Om Shri Sai Ram, and welcome to Friday Night Inspirations. This is a program that we will do every Friday night, in which we will have a half an hour of spiritual discussion or a talk by a special guest speaker, followed by a half an hour session of beautiful devotional singing. Those watching this live broadcast, please suggest topics for discussion on Friday Night Inspirations by commenting on announcements on my, meaning Rushi Umang Tanawala's Facebook wall page, or also on our Ustream wall page from which you are watching this broadcast live. Announcements will be posted on my Facebook wall page as well as Siddharth Sai Sivakumar's Facebook wall page. Let us begin this first Friday Night Inspirations with a short musical piece to kick off this venture by offering it at the lotus feet of our beloved Lord, Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as we start with the Marathi Abhang composed by the great saint Namadeva entitled Bhakta Janavatsali. Jai Sai Ram. After that energetic song, sorry my tabla got out of tune, but after that energetic song, let us move on to the talk segment of today's program. Today we are Siddharth and I will be leading a discussion entitled Dharmic Discussions. So, Siddharth, why don't you tell us a little bit about what today's program, what are we going to talk about today?
Sairam, my name is Siddharth, as Rishi introduced me. And today the topics for discussion will be time management, which is definitely relevant to the lives of many of us, especially in our busy day-to-day working lives. Self-confidence, how to maintain self-esteem, perceptions and judgments, etc. And enjoying life, living in the moment, the big picture, and looking at the right side of it.
Great. So let's get on with our first topic, time management. I know, Siddharth, you're involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. You attend such a demanding school, Thomas Jefferson Technological High School, which is the #1 ranking high school in the entire country of the United States. And I bet the homework load that you get must be astounding. Am I right?
Oh, definitely. I find that on any given day, maybe not so much this year because I'm a senior, but definitely in previous years, I haven't had much time at all to be able to pursue anything outside of my schoolwork, which has in many ways restricted the number of things that I can do on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
And Rushi, you as well. You attend the McNair High School in New Jersey, and I heard that it's a difficult school to get into, and that it's very demanding as well in its workload.
Right, right. So I guess both of us are in the same boat. So I was just wondering, you're also a very acclaimed musician. You're such a good harmonium player, such a good singer. How do you find? You're also very much involved at your Sai Center. You were telling me the other day that you teach group 2, and you also arrange the Bhajan sessions at your center. So, and you also used to teach harmonium to a few people. Am I correct on that? I mean, how do you get the time to manage all of these activities?
Well, that I probably, if I had to answer that question honestly, I would say that I don't. I don't always get the time to manage all these activities, and I think that lends itself to the discussion of why in modern day society, with the multitasking and the internet and so many methods of communication, we tend to overbook our schedules, so to speak. And I think the way that you can overcome that problem, one of the important ways is through setting your priorities well. And I find that in many cases, setting priorities is the first step to accomplishing anything. Because if I have homework and I want to do some music things and I want to prepare for, let's say, Sai Center as an example, and I have, let's say, a college interview, because I do know this is college interview season, and I do have a college interview coming up tomorrow as well. The first thing that I would do in that situation, if I didn't know otherwise, would be to panic. I know that I have a lot of friends who are very stressed in that regard. But I think the most important step to take there is to set your priorities and to think, what is the most important thing for me to do first? And once you set your priorities, life shouldn't really be like a checklist, I don't think. I think that it's important to enjoy what it is that you're doing, which we'll talk about a little bit later too, but at the same time, to understand that you shouldn't live life in a happy-go-lucky way where you just take things as they come, completely ignorant to all of the duties and responsibilities that you have. How about you, Rishi? I know that you also are a very busy person. You're also an excellent musician. I've played tabla for several years and are an excellent tabla player. And you also are very involved in many Sai centers, and I know that you spend a lot of time working on Sai endeavors. How do you manage your time so effectively?
How do I manage my time? I think it really gets down to prioritization, and I like to one day in SSC at East Brunswick Sai Center where I attend, we had a discussion on time management, and one of my good friends showed us this technique called, it's almost kind of like a Punnett square that we use in biology. And what you do, you make a square and split it into 4 parts. The top left corner would be items that are most urgently due and most important, and their priority level is very high. In the top right corner would be items that are very important, but you still have plenty of time to get them done. On the bottom left corner would be items that are urgently due, but that are not so uh, sorry, I'm getting myself mixed up here. The bottom left corner contains items that are due do urgently but are not so important. And on the bottom right corner are items that are neither do urgently or neither are important. So I don't literally sit down and draw a Punnett square type of thing every day to plan my day out, but
Of course.
I certainly make a mental picture of this time management Punnett square, as I like to call it, and I use it to prioritize all my different activities. I mean, I'm the president of my senior class. I'm also the YA coordinator of Jersey City Sci Center. I'm an active member of East Brunswick Sci Center. Um, I have lots of hobbies. In the spring, I do gardening. So I mean, it's a lot to manage, and with Swami's blessings and this time management Punnett square, I've been able to get my priorities straight. And just like you, I'm going through the college application process. I had like 5 or 6 interviews in the past 2 months, and I have one coming up actually on Mahashivaratri Day at Drexel College of Medicine. Um, so yeah, there's so many things as teenagers that we are bombarded with. I mean, at my school we're expected to stay on top of our grades as well as stay on top of this whole college application process. And to be honest with you, my grades did kind of slack the first quarter with all the college application stuff going on. But now that that has calmed down, I by Swami's grace, my grades have gone up second quarter, and first semester grades are looking pretty good. And I mean,
Right.
yeah.
So I think yeah, you touched upon a lot of points there, which are really important to how we manage our time. And the Punnett square is actually a very interesting concept. It categorizes and compartmentalizes the different things that you have to do on a day-to-day basis. I don't think, as you said, it's not something you can sit down and write down every day, but it definitely makes it easier for you to prioritize, because there are things that are due tomorrow but aren't necessarily that important. And on the other hand, there are things that are due 2 months in advance but are crucial to your growth, and they're important deadlines, and so on. And I think that, well, Swami says that there are 4 things we should never waste. Those are food, money, energy, and last is time. And
I mean, sorry to interrupt you. Swami, just to pop in a quote in there, Swami has repeatedly told us, time is money, time waste is life waste.
Exactly. That's a very good reiteration of the same thing. And personally, for me, I think that not wasting food is quite easy. I love food. That's a good thing. And wasting money is not. It's not also difficult to do. Energy is at a premium. I don't think I would prefer to waste energy if I could. I'd love to sleep as much as I can and get all the energy that I can. But wasting time is difficult because you can quantify time, but it goes by so quickly. And for that, it's important to make sure that we set our obligations well, and not commit to anything that we are not fully dedicated to doing, which I happen to do too much. I think that I agree to doing a lot of things that maybe I shouldn't, and that's an important. It's an important lesson for all of us to learn that we can't be omnipresent like God, and we can't be everywhere at every place at every time. And it's important for us to remember that we have a limited ability to do certain things, and we should allocate our time well in that regard.
Siddhu, you mentioned wasting energy. Do you think there's a way that ties into being green and going green and this whole green movement that has been sparked since the mid 1960s? Is there any way that this wasting energy ties into that?
Oh, of course. Wasting energy, I think in the sense of the 4 things that we should not waste, as Swami talked about, may have been from a personal perspective, like in the individual perspective. Don't waste money, time, food, energy on your own. But energy in the sense of as a nation, as a planet, to conserve energy, I think it's a very important interpretation of that statement. And it can also be at the individual level. Like I know for one, I have to admit I take very long showers. And Rishi can attest to that. I take very long showers. And there's a lot of water being wasted there, but more importantly, there's a lot of energy. And energy comes in several different forms, whether it be electrical energy, mechanical energy, biological energy, or even spiritual energy. And I think it's important to conserve all of those things, and they all definitely tie into one another. And the method, the means by which we do that is also equally as important because it needs to be sustainable in the sense that we shouldn't run out of ideas to be able to solve, and we shouldn't just keep pushing until the next crisis. We should actually change the way that we view how we treat energy, and it should be an actual paradigm shift that causes us to understand that in a few hundred years we may not have any source of reliable energy that we have in natural gas or coal or oil, or even in clean water, which is definitely becoming a limiting factor in the ability for the Earth to sustain life.
Interesting you mentioned that. Speaking of the whole shower thing that you were talking about, yes, I know you take very long showers, buddy. But
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I'd like to mention something. I actually just thought of this yesterday, and I thought I would share it in SSC on Sunday. But I guess this is a perfect place to share it. Yesterday while I was showering at night, I actually was listening to Bhajans while showering. So I started the Bhajan session, just Prashanti Mandir without any extra music, just a normal Prashanti Mandir Bhajan session. And I decided that, an average Bhajan range is an average Sai Bhajan is anywhere between 3 to 4.5 minutes. So I decided that my optimal shower time would be one Bhajan or two Bhajans or maybe one Bhajan and the first beat of the second Bhajan. So in that way, I was able to limit myself on how much showering, when I was putting soap, when I was putting shampoo, all the little details that go into showering. But I think, and also, while brushing my teeth this morning, I tried to do that, and sometimes I feel like I don't brush my teeth for long enough. So I decided that I would brush my teeth for one speed of a bhajan. So this is another way that, another little trick that I've figured out that can help us to manage our wastage of water while taking a shower.
That's a great trick, and I think I need to start using that too. I heard that if you say 21 Gayatris, that's about the time that you should be taking a shower, which is also another useful trick, and it also helps you to practice Nama Japam and Nama Smaranam, which is a great way to tap into that little plug-in in your day, tap into the divinity that's there. I think we can move on, switch gears a little bit to our next topic.
Right, and I think it's a great point to segue into our next topic, which is self-confidence. Praying and having that faith in God and doing Namasmarana and having that faith in Swami plays a big part in self-confidence. So how do you use your connection with Swami to bring self-confidence into your life?
Well, I think that the most important thing that I've learned in the way of self-confidence and self-esteem is that self-confidence and truth are very inextricably linked. It's important that we practice truth, and not just in the sense that we're telling the truth to others by our words, but that we think the truth and that we act in the way of the truth as well, and that we're not lying to ourselves about how we perceive ourselves, how others perceive us, and how that affects us. And truth, as Swami defines it, truth is the synchronicity, the unity of thought, word, and deed, which is what you do as you say as you think, and think as you do, or any combination of those. And by doing all those, you'll be truthful. And there's a part of the thoughts, because Swami said there's a part of the thoughts within us that's influenced by the inner conscience or inner soul or the Atma, and therefore all the actions and words that we perform and say have to reflect the conscience. And so as we act on that conscience, that's right conduct, and as we speak through that conscience, that's honesty. And when all this combining together, that implies that anything that we say, anything that we do, only reflects that within us as divine, and that there's no reason to be wavered by any of the other distractions that are out there, whether it be someone saying something to you, harmful words, someone telling a lie to you, or someone hurting you in any other way, or even something else that we see, like commonly in the media. There's so many stereotypes and social norms and other kinds of identities that we have to conform to. And I think just realizing inside that we are who we are and following who we are is the most important thing to determine who we become. I think that's the most important part, and the biggest portion of that would be truth, to be truthful to ourselves.
I think you bring out a really good point in this, and I think self-confidence. Sometimes people misjudge self-confidence as ego, and sometimes even self-confidence can lead to overconfidence. I know that happened to me this year. In fact, I'm a pretty much, I love math. I'm a math freak. Through sophomore, through I'm freshman through junior years of high school, my math grades were top notch. Always getting hundreds. My final averages were 99s, hundreds, 101s. But when it came to senior year, and it was kind of a little dosage of that senioritis and that overconfidence in my previous math skills. When it came to AP Calc, I kind of started slugging off, and which led to me getting a poor grade the first quarter. So how can we prevent self-confidence from getting into that mode of overconfidence or ego even?
Right. I have actually a pretty similar story where during my AP physics class 2 years ago, the first semester I did really well, and so I pretty much stopped. I just kind of stopped trying to do well later on, and it ended up that I was, others far surpassed me because I just stopped paying attention, or I didn't put in the time and effort that was needed. And I think the reason that is because you take ownership of the actions and the consequences. And as long as you think that you're the owner, that I am the one who did this, and I am the one who received the benefits or reaped the benefits of whatever happened, then whatever burden that comes along with that, whatever, as we commonly say, it's a superstition, but as we commonly say, the evil eye or drishti, and whatever comes upon you, because you think that you did the consequences, it'll come back to haunt you only. And as a result of that, you may also get an ego by saying that, hey, I did really well in this class, and so I'm the one who's got these great grades because I studied and I did well in the test. I think it's important for us to remember that we're not really doing anything. We're simply acting as an instrument to carry out the will of divinity, of God, and that our ability to act is very limited in that we can only do things to the best of our own known effort, and whatever happens after that is simply a calling from the divine or the supernatural, whatever you want to call it, and that a lot of things fall into place to make something happen. It's not just you who did everything. And for me, I learned that in my AP physics class, because I thought that I did well, I thought I didn't need to study anymore, and that's why I didn't do well the second semester. Was because I decided that because I knew this material and I knew how to do things well, that I would reap the benefits, and that I could decide at any time that I could stop worrying about class and being super self-confident, overconfident. And as a result, I fell a lot because of that experience in terms of grades. On the flip side of that, I think it's also important to realize that when something bad happens to us, and I put bad in quotation marks, that it's not really something necessarily bad. It's not up to us to judge. It's simply just another offering from the divine. We don't know what's behind that event. We don't know what's the reason why we were subject to that. We can only perceive it as bad because that's what we think it is. It's not because someone's out there to punish us, I don't think. It's just that we needed to learn a lesson, or some set of circumstances needed to happen, and that happened, and we should accept it simply as well, is what I
I think you bring up really good points, and I like how you brought your argument to full circle. Um, so self-confidence in the sense, I mean, there's so many ways that self-confidence is the driving factor of a lot of the things we do in life. Funny, we're talking about self-confidence. We had a discussion on self-confidence in my SSC class a few weeks back, and um, a major point that was brought up in the class was that self-confidence is the drive for success. What are your thoughts on that statement?
I think that that's an absolutely correct statement. In more ways than one, it's a drive in the sense that it's the means by which you can achieve success. Because without self confidence, there's no path for you to achieve real life success. Because success is in the eyes of the beholder, similar to beauty. And whatever you think success is, if you the only way to realize any goal is to have the confidence that you can possibly realize that goal. Because then even if you do reach there, you'll be like, oh, it wasn't me who did it because I don't have any confidence, so I couldn't have done that. It was just happenstance or with luck. And not just the means to get there, but I think it's also the motivation. We have different kinds of motivation, like intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, insightful motivation. But I think that self-confidence is really the driving force behind anything that we do, which is intrinsically motivated. To say that I'm going to try to do something, and I know that I might fail, and failure is an obvious something that might happen here. I'm going to do my best, and regardless of the consequences, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to live here in the moment and do the best that I can right now with self-confidence. And whatever is realized or achieved at the end of that experience, I'll take it wholeheartedly. I think for me that's the most important takeaway from self-confidence is that yes, it is in more ways than one. In many ways, it's the driving force for success.
So with success, we usually often say success leads to happiness, but sometimes in that pursuit of happiness, we kind of get caught up in the means rather than the end. And basically, I mean, we go to school to get an education and eventually to earn money to live a peaceful life and carry out Swami's work. But sometimes we get caught up so much in the means, meaning, our daily activities and whatnot. Where can we find that balance between taking care of our priorities and enjoying life at the same time?
Well, enjoying life is something that everyone can do a little bit better of a job at. I think that everyone always has some lingering thoughts in the back of their mind at any time, even when there are very few moments that I can personally say that I have completely been immersed in the moment and enjoyed life to the fullest at that very moment. Probably because there's always something else that that there's some doubt or some worry that you have to take care of. But I think that living in the moment is truly the answer to that. It's a balance between planning for the future, analyzing the past, and living in the future. Living in the present. Sorry.
I love how you put that formula. I love how you put that formula. And for me, sometimes enjoying life. I mean, when it comes to bhajans, I'm always, my mind becomes so focused on what I'm doing when I'm doing bhajans that focus in turn turns into meditation, which is meditation is a form of pure bliss. So, what are your thoughts on the correlation between music bhajans and feeling happiness?
Oh, I definitely agree that bhajans are when I said that there are very few moments where I felt that I was truly living in the moment. I was alluding to all of my experiences in bhajans, which, if you think about it, are only a fraction of my entire life. But bhajans are truly the most elevating experience that I could ever imagine. Bhajans to me hold significance. If you've heard of a talk that I gave a couple of months ago, you would know that bhajans mean a lot to me, and I've had several experiences with when I was singing or listening to bhajans, and that bhajans are truly the means for me to attain that perfect state of harmony between your concentration, your conscience, and your consciousness. It's just the perfect balance between those things. On one hand, you're focusing, you're concentrating just purely on one thing, which is the bhajan, which is the devotional thing in front of you. And on the other hand, it's a positive feedback loop, because as you put more energy into it, you get even more energy out of it. As you sing more and as you clap more, or yell Jai Bolo or whatever it is that you may do, or play an instrument, the energy that you derive from it, even if you're expending so much energy,
I feel like
exponential.
This energy is what drives our self-confidence, and this energy is what helps us remain focused and manage our time. So I think it's wonderful how we've interlocked these three topics with this common platform of bhajans. And with that, I think it's time to close off our discussion and do what we love the most, which is a half-an-hour session of beautiful bhajans, hopefully, that we will offer at Bhagwan's lotus feet. So, Siddhu, any concluding remarks before we start the bhajan session?
I just want to say thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope that we have many more interesting and fun conversations in the future during our Friday night inspiration. Thank you very much, and Sai Ram.
Siddharth, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Like you said, you have a very busy schedule, and so do I. And I think having this 1 hour of contemplation every Friday evening at the end of such a busy week is a beautiful way for us to connect with Swami. You know, by discussing his teachings and also singing his glory through bhajans. So now, please give us a moment as we prepare for the bhajan session. Bhajans will begin in just a few moments. Jai Sai Ram. Before we begin the bhajan session, I'd just like to announce that Friday Night Inspirations will continue next Friday, same time, same place, on our Ustream page, ustream.am/n2j7 in caps, from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Thank you, and Jai Sai Ram. We hope that you enjoy the bhajans to come. Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, mic test, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. भजो पार्वती नंदन गजानना मूषिक वाहन गजानना मूषिक वाहन गजानना मोदक हस्ता गजानना भजो मोदक हस्ता गजानना विनायका विनायका विघ्न विनाशक विनायका नंदन हे शिवनंदना पार्वती नंदन गजानना मूषिक वाहन गजानना मोदक हस्ता गजानना भजो मोदक हस्ता गजानना गौरी नंदन हे शिवनंदना पार्वती नंदन गजानना मूषिक वाहन गजानना मोदक हस्ता गजानना भजो मोदक हस्ता गजानना विनायका विनायका गोविंद जय गोविंद गोविंदा जय गोविंदा गोकुल नंदन गोविंदा गोकुल नंदन गोविंदा नीला गोविंदा घन घन नीला गोविंदा बाल मुकुंदा गोविंदा श्याम गोविंदा भजो हे घन श्याम गोविंदा गोकुल नंदन गोविंदा नंदन गोविंदा गोविंदा जय गोविंदा गोकुल नंदन गोविंदा घन घन नीला गोविंदा बाल मुकुंद गोविंदा गोविंदा जय गोविंदा गोकुल नंदन गोविंदा गोविंदा जय गोविंदा प्रेमानंद से हृदय भरो साईश्वर महादेव प्रेमानंद से हृदय भरो साईश्वर नमन करूं मैं तेरे चरणों में नमन करूं मैं तेरे चरणों में शीश झुकाऊं तेरे दरबार में शीश झुकाऊं तेरे दरबार में सेवा करूं तेरे नाम पर सेवा करूं तेरे नाम पर दिन रात गाओ तेरा नाम हो साए प्रेमानंद से हृदय भरो साईश्वर देवा नमन करूं मैं तेरे चरणों में शीश झुकाऊं तेरे दरबार में सेवा करूं तेरे नाम पर दिन रात गाऊं तेरा नाम हो साए दिन रात गाऊं तेरा नाम हो साए साई राम 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 प्रेमानंद से हृदय भरो साईश्वर महादेवा शेष शैलवास नारायण शेष शैलवास नारायण भक्त पारिजाता नारायणा भक्त पारिजाता नारायणा शेष शैलवास नारायणा सर्वजीववासा नारायणा सर्वजीववासा नारायणा सोमगानलोला नारायणा हे सोमगानलोला नारायणा सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा हे सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा हे सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा हे सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा शेष शैलवासा नारायणा भक्त पारिजाता नारायणा शेष शैलवासा नारायणा सर्वजीववासा नारायणा सोमगानलोला नारायणा सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा हे सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा नारायणा हरि 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 नारायणा नारायणा सत्य नारायणा शेष शैलवासा नारायणा गोविंद साई कृष्ण गोविंद 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 Sai Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Radhe Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Radhe Krishna Govinda 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 Sai Krishna Govinda Govinda Mohan Bal Krishna Govinda Govinda Mohan Bal Krishna Govinda Govinda Pati Nivasa Krishna Govinda Govinda Pati Nivasa Krishna Govinda 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 Sai Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Radhe Krishna Govinda 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 Sai Krishna Govinda Govinda Mohan Bal Krishna Govinda Govinda Pati Nivasa Krishna Govinda Govinda Puttapati Nivasa Krishna Govinda 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 Sai Krishna Govinda Govinda Señor, 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 Shiva Nataraja, Señor, 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 Mahadeva Sai. Señor, 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 Shiva Nataraja, Señor, 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 Mahadeva Sai. Raja, Shivanat Raja, Devi Corazon. Shivanat Raja, Shivanat Raja, Devi Corazon. Señor, haz del tambor, lléname, lléname, lléname de amor. Danza, 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 Señor, alza del tambor, lléname, 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 lléname de amor. Shivanat Raja, Devi Corazon. Shivanat Raja, hey, Shivanat Raja, hey, Shivanat Raja, Devi Corazon. Señor, 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 Mahadeva Sai. Shivanat Raja, Shivanat Raja, Shivanat Raja, Devi Corazon. Danza, Señor, haz del tambor, lléname, 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 lléname de amor. Shivanattaraya, Shivanattaraya, hey Shivanattaraya, Demi Kurasun. Shivanataraja, Sai Shivanataraja, Sai Shivanataraja, Demi Kurasun. Shivanattaraya, hey Shivanattaraya, hey Shivanattaraya, Demi Kurasun. Shivanataraja, Shivanataraja, Demi Kurasun. Shivanattaraya, hey Shivanattaraya, Shivanattaraya, Demi Kurasun. Señor, Señor, Shivanattaraya, Señor, 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 Mahadevasa. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara Sai Ishwaraya Namo. Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara Sai Ishwaraya Namo. Shiva 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 Shankara Har Parameshwara Sai Ishwaraya Namo. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara Sai Ishwaraya Namo. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara Sai Ishwaraya Namo. Shiva Shiva Shankara, Shiva Shiva Shankara, Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Shirdishwara. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Paratishwara. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Paratishwara. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara Sai Ishwaraya Namo. Shiva Shiva Shankara Har Parameshwara Sai Ishwaraya Namo. universe is here. Swami Sathya Sai is here. Come to save devotees everywhere. Come to bless his children everywhere. Born in Puttaparthi, the Lord of the universe is here. Calm and tranquil like the moon, shining with divine inner light, filling all with bliss satisfied. He is always serving those in need, answering the prayers of devotees, giving grace to you and me. The Lord of the universe is here. Sai, you are Guru, God and Self. Mother, you are everything to us. Father, you are everything to us. You are the divine primal energy, manifest is all that we'll ever see. You are the one reality, the Lord of the universe is here. Sai, with the sacred form of Om, universal radiance divine, please accept this offering of mine, the flame of love that burns within my heart, meaning we can never be apart. You and I are never. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Sai Narayana Narayana Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Sai Narayana Narayana Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Sai Narayana Narayana Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba ki. Om Shri Sai Ram. Please tune in on the same channel, http://ustre.am//n2j7 to watch Monday Bhajans live this Monday, February 4th from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Jai Sai Ram.